Hello everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Thanks, sir. Hello, sir.
So we will continue with quadratic equation. Okay. So in the last class, we were studying about the nature of roots of quadratic equation, and we studied about the nature of roots. There were like two types. In one type, like if A, B, C are real numbers, then on the basis of sign of discriminant, we observe whether roots are real and distinct, real and equal, or non-real. If roots are non-real, they occur in conjugate pair. We discussed this part. Okay, I took few questions, okay, as examples, and today we'll first complete one topic, which is common roots. Common roots of two quadratic equations. Okay, just confirm. Are you able to see the screen? Is the screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, all right. So let us understand this article first. Then I will take some examples which will be based on the combination of the two articles, that is this one and the article covered in the previous class. Okay. And today I am going to give some homework also. I want to tell you one thing. One question bank that is on quadratic equations has been shared with you already on 20th of August. Okay. You can find it in the file section. Okay. It's already there. So today I will give you the homework, and from the next turn, that is from Thursday, we will have discussion also for this chapter, because it has been quite a long time that no discussion is held, but now it will be, because we have covered so many topics. All right. So at the end of the class,
Excuse
I
me,
will give
sir.
you the homework. Yes.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you, sir.
Yes.
I'm from the backup batch. So, sir, when are starting the backup classes, math class?
That I will tell you actually. I was busy last week. I was busy somewhere. I was not even able to take the regular classes. So please give me some time. Every one of you, whoever is asking me through messages, just give me some more time. But don't worry, every topic will be covered. So you need not to worry about anything. Okay.
Okay, sir.
No topic will
Thank
be left out.
Okay,
It's
sir.
not your problem. Don't worry at all. All right.
you. Okay,
Okay.
sir. Thank you.
All right. All right. So let's try to cover this topic today. So as the name
Excuse me,
says,
sir.
yeah, yeah.
Sir, is this class for the SIP students as well?
See, I have no idea about this. For this, you should contact ma'am. But I think there should be a class for all the type of students who have taken maths.
So
You
this is
attended
a
my
class
last
for
class.
both
Did you attend?
SIP.
Did you attend the last class? Last class in which I taught nature of roots and everything. Were you there in that
No,
class?
no, sir, I was not there.
Okay. I don't know. I think it should be for everyone, because there is no differentiation like that this batch is separate, or like math classes will be different for other people. It's not like that. Only backup may be different. That may be for the practice class, but not the main class. So you do one thing. You attend this class. Okay. And from next time, let us see if we can inform you whether you have to attend the classes or not. All right.
Okay, the SIP side, so I just asked. Yeah.
Or you can, if you want, you can just contact ma'am and you can ask, because I have no idea now. I think I should start the class. Okay, so today we are going to study about common roots of two quadratic equations. So what's going to happen, we will have two quadratic equations. Okay, two quadratic equations will be given to us, and obviously if there are two quadratic equations, so both will have two roots each, right? So what we are going to study, we are going to study about two types, and as the name says, common roots. So type 1 or case 1 or one situation is when both equations have one root common. Because see, this quadratic will have two roots, this quadratic will have two roots. So what can be the possibilities if we are talking about the common roots? Either one root of both the equation can be common. Okay, one root common means one root same. Like for example, this is just an example. Like for example, if roots of the first quadratic equation are, let's say, 1 and 2, then root of second quadratic equation can be, for example, 1 and 3. So what is the meaning? That 1 is the common root of both the equations. This is just for the sake of example. Okay, it is not like that 1 will be the common root always. This is just for example. Okay, so like for example, in this type 1, for one common root, we can say that if the first equation has roots alpha and beta, then the second equation can have roots alpha and gamma. So what is the observation? That there is one common root in both the equations. So what we will write? Let roots of a1 x square plus b1 x plus c1 equal to 0 be alpha and beta, and roots of a2 x square plus b2 x plus c2 equals 0 be alpha and gamma. Okay, so I'm assuming that, let's say, alpha is the common root because that is what the heading says. Okay, now what will be the use of this information? What we have to do? See, I'm going to use a working rule. Whenever you will have a question on one common root, you will always apply this method only. Okay, and what is that method? The method says that I will put alpha in the first equation as well as I will put alpha in the second equation. Why? Because alpha is the common root of both the equations. Alpha is the common root. That means alpha is the root of first equation, alpha is the root of the second equation. And what is the use of the root? Root always satisfies its equation. Root always satisfies its equation. That means what I will do, I will put alpha in place of x in both the equations and it will satisfy because this is what the definition of root is. Okay, so now we have these two equations. Okay, so what we can do, we'll first try to find alpha from here. We will try to find alpha from here. As I am saying, this is the working rule. We will have to follow this in questions also. So what I will do, I have to find alpha. So for this, I will use the elimination process. And what I will eliminate alpha square from here. So for that, I will multiply this equation by a2. This sign is for multiplication. Okay. And the second equation, this I will multiply both sides by a1. Okay. So first equation multiplied by a2, second equation multiplied by a1, and what will happen as a result? a1 a2 alpha square plus b1 a2 alpha plus a2 c1 equals 0. Second equation, a2 a1 alpha square b2 a1 alpha plus c2 a1 equals 0. Now, after we'll get these two equations, as I am saying, I want alpha. So in order to get alpha, I will now subtract these two equations. After subtracting, the first terms of both the equations will cancel each other, and here I will get b1 a2 alpha minus b2 a1 alpha plus a2 c1 minus c2 a1 equals 0. Now I can take alpha common from here and I can shift these two terms to the right hand side, and as a result I get alpha. See, no need to learn all this. As I said, it is just a working rule. So in every question you will be following this only. I will repeat the process. What is the case? What will be given in the question? In the question they will say that there are two quadratic equations which have one same root or one common root. So what you will do? You will put that root in both the equations. You will get these two equations. Now from here, you will try to get alpha. You will always find alpha only. And what you will do for that, you will use the elimination process. What you are going to eliminate? You are going to eliminate alpha square. So just like